from the shore, the sound of water gone. I drove with the window halfway down, letting the cold move on. The sea stayed somewhere in my mirror, smaller than before. In the 80s, men don't carry much once they've closed the door. I was on a road where the waves can't be heard, and that felt almost kind. Love didn't follow the sound it made. It stayed back in my mind. That winter didn't ask me back. It knew I'd gone too far. Some things grow quiet naturally when you're already moving on. Streetlights came before the dark, not bright but clear enough. I learned how far a thought can go when silence isn't rough. Your name didn't reach the radio, it stayed behind the line. Men like me don't turn the dial, we let the moment slide. I was on a road where the waves can't be heard. The engine kept its pace. Love wasn't lost, it changed its form and left no empty space. That winter lived behind the glass, not close, not far, just gone. It taught me how to leave a place without carrying it on. If I'd slowed to hear the sea, I'd miss the road ahead. Some answers come from distance first, not things we've already said. I was on a road where the waves can't be heard, and I was fine with that. Some hearts don't need to feel the past to know they've turned their back. That winter stayed along the coast, I kept the inland line. It didn't follow where I went, it stayed where it had time. The signal fades, the road stays wide. I keep my speed and let it slide.
I folded my sleeves a little high. The kettle started to sing. Outside the sea kept its own pace. Inside I did my own thing. Your name passed through my mind like something I'd already known. Southern bees, women don't wait for calls. We learn how to be at home. It was a name no one called that day, and that felt just fine. Love didn't knock, it didn't stay, it simply crossed my time. That winter didn't empty me, it filled the quiet space with small ordinary moments I learned how to embrace. I dried the cups, I set them down. The radio tide went out without a sound. I noticed, then let it go. Some feelings don't ask for words, they settle where they belong. Women like me don't chase the past. We let the day move on. It was a name no one called that day, no echo left behind. Love wasn't lost, it found a place outside of my design. That winter stayed inside my hands, not cold, not sharp, just near. It taught me how to live my days without waiting here. If I'd stopped to listen back, I'd miss the way things are. Some lives grow strong in simple acts that don't travel far. It was a name no one called that day, and I was still okay. Some hearts don't need to be reminded to know they're on their way. That winter wasn't lonely then, it never asked to be. It lived inside the quiet work that kept returning in me. The kettle clicks, the room stays warm, the sea goes on, I do as well.
The sea was low that afternoon. The rocks showed through the gray. I stood a little farther back and watched the water stay. I didn't step into the cold, I didn't turn away. In the 80s men observed before we choose to stay. The sea was low that day and so was I, not empty, just pulled back inside. Love didn't ask me what it meant or where it'd been. It rested somewhere out of sight and let the tide begin. Gulls moved slowly overhead like they had time to spare. I learned how far a thought can go when nothing's asked of it. Your name stayed distant from my mouth, it didn't need to rise. Men like me don't say too much, we read the moving lines. The sea was low that day and calm enough to show what's usually beneath. That winter didn't trouble me, it simply said some truths appear when waters leave. If I had walked a little closer, I might have crossed the line. But distance has a quiet way of teaching us with time. The sea was low that day and I could see how much I'd kept by letting be. That winter wasn't heavy here, it didn't stay. It passed like water drawn away. The tide returned the rocks go still. I don't move closer, I never will. The afternoon grew thinner, then light softened on the rail. I leaned back just enough to feel the wind without its edge. The sea was there, but not in view. I knew it all the same. In the 80s, men learned well how not to call a name. It was a quiet afternoon, cooling down inside. Love didn't leave in any rush. It settled and it dried. That winter wasn't asking me to stay or walk away. It simply let the hour pass and end the day its way. Distant bell, a passing car, the sound of normal life. I learned how peace can look like this when nothing needs a fight. Your name didn't cross my mouth, it didn't need to try. Men like me don't chase the thought, we let it drift nearby. It was a quiet afternoon with room enough to breathe. Love wasn't something I held tight, it was something I'd leave. That winter stayed behind my eyes, not cold, not far, just clear. It taught me how to stand still once and let the noise disappear. If I had turned to face the sea, I might have lost my ground. But sometimes calm is learned best with solid things around. It was a quiet afternoon, cooling down at last. Some hearts don't close when things are done, they only unclench the past. That winter didn't change my course, it didn't need to try. It left me with a quieter mind and time just passing by. The light goes pale, the rail stays cold. I breathe it in, then let it go.
The chair was warm from sitting still, the window fogged a bit. I watched the afternoon pass by and stayed inside of it. The sea was somewhere past the street I didn't need to see. In the 80s, women learn how calm can simply be. sea doesn't ask where you've been or why. Love didn't need an answer now. It learned to pass me by. That winter didn't test my heart. It trusted what it knew. Some feelings settle quietly when nothing's left to prove. A cup grew cold beside my hand. The radio stayed low. I learned how time can feel complete when it decides to slow. Your name didn't ask for space. It rested where it fell. Women like me don't chase the past. We learn to wish it well. The winter sea doesn't ask, it doesn't wait around. Love wasn't lost, it changed its shape and didn't make a sound. That winter lived inside my day, not sharp, not far, just clear. It showed me how to stay alone and not feel left here. If I had tried to name the calm, I'd lose what made it stay. Some things are felt most honestly when words are kept away. The winter sea doesn't ask, and neither do I now. Some hearts don't need a turning point, they need a steadier ground. That winter wasn't lonely then, it felt like knowing when to sit with what is left of love and let it simply end. The cup stays cold, the light stays pale, the sea remains. I do as well.
The shore was quiet when I arrived, no one waiting there. Just a radio left on low and salt in the air. My coat was heavy with the cold, but my hands felt fine. I didn't come here looking back, I just followed time. This was the first song by the winter sea. It didn't ask my name. Love felt smaller standing here, but somehow stayed the same. I didn't come to say goodbye, I didn't come to stay. I just stood still and let the waves take something soft away. Water moved the way it does, without a single thought. I learned how much a man can keep by letting things be lost. Your voice didn't follow me, it knew where not to go. Men like me don't chase the tide, we watch it coming slow. This was the first song by the winter sea, played lower than before. Not every love needs words to leave or reasons anymore. That winter didn't hurt me here, it didn't try to stay, it only showed me how to stand and breathe another day. If I had stayed where memories live, I'd never hear this sound. Some songs are meant to meet you where the land runs out. This was the first song by the winter sea, that was all I knew, that silence can be warmer than the truth I had with you. I turned the dial, the song went on, the horizon stayed wide. That winter walked beside me once, then slowly stepped aside. The waves keep time, the song fades thin, the sea stays still, so do I.
Said nothing as I walked along the quiet shore. I didn't need them to explain what I'd been here for. The wind moved past my collarbone like it had somewhere else to be. In the 80s, men don't wait, we let things move naturally. The waves said nothing, so I listened anyway. Love didn't follow where I went, it stayed behind the day. I didn't call it loss or change, I didn't try to know. Some answers come from walking on and letting silence flow. Footprints faded in the sand before I looked around. I learned how easily the sea erases every sound. Your name crossed my memory, then gently stepped aside. Men like me don't hold the tide, we match it stride for stride. The waves said nothing, and that felt just enough. The past didn't pull me backward, it only loosened up. That winter wasn't heavy here, it didn't weigh me down. It simply walked beside my steps, then turned without a sound. If I had stopped to hear myself, I might have stayed too long. But motion teaches quite a truth than any written song. The waves said nothing, and I learned how to hear that some things don't return. shoes. It showed me how to keep walking on with nothing left to lose. The tide moves out, the day stays wide. I keep my pace.
The shore felt wider than before. No voices left to hear. I wrapped my scarf a little tight and stayed a moment here. The waves didn't ask my name, they never had to try. Women like me don't ask the sea to tell us how or why. This shore was empty, only wind, and that was just enough. Love didn't leave a heavy trace, it learned to travel light. But winter didn't break my heart, it only slowed my step. It let me breathe without a word and feel what quietly stayed. The sand was smooth beneath my shoes, no signs of where I'd been. Some days are meant to pass like this without a sound between. Your name crossed my memory, then softened as it went. Sovereignty's women learn to keep what time is never lent. This shore was empty, only wind, no promises to keep. Love wasn't something I held tight, it was a place to sleep. That winter stayed beside my coat, not cold, not warm, just near. It showed me how to stand alone and not be afraid here. If I had turned to look behind, I'd miss the way things are. Some feelings don't need answers, they don't wander far. This shore was empty, only wind, and I was glad it was. Some hearts grow strong by standing still and letting moments pass. That winter left no mark on me, it didn't need to try. It rested in my quiet breath, then gently walked me by. The wind moves on, the sea stays wide. I fold my scarf and take my time.
The tide came in without a sound, then waited just like me. I sat where hours slowed themselves near the edge of sea. I didn't count how long it took, I didn't check the sky. Suffering men don't hurry time, we let it pass us by. There was a time that stopped by the sea, and I stayed there a while. Love didn't ask me what it meant, It only learned to smile. That winter didn't pull me back. It didn't ask me to. It let me sit with what remained and see the day go through. A gull cried once above my head, then left the air alone. I learned how quiet feels complete when nothing needs a home. Your name felt distant in my chest, not gone, but resting still. Men like me don't force the past, we let it lose its will. There was a time that stopped by the sea, not broken, not delayed. Love wasn't something I held tight. It was something gently laid, that when it stayed beside my coat, like salt upon my skin, it didn't leave a scar behind. It only settled in. If I had stood and walked away too soon to understand, I'd miss the way a moment lives when nothing's in your hands. There was a time that stopped by the sea, and then it moved along. Some hearts don't heal by closing doors, they heal by staying calm. That winter didn't end my days, it didn't need to try. It left me with a quieter heart and time just passing by. The tide goes out, the sand feels new. I rise slowly and let it too. I didn't play the record loud, just enough to hear. The waves kept time beside the sound, both steady, both unclear. My hands were warm inside my coat, the air was cold and clean. 70s men don't need much more than moments in between. That was a song beside winter waves, it didn't try to stay. Love didn't speak, it only moved in quieter ways. That winter didn't harden me, it softened what I knew. Like listening long enough to feel something come through. The melody grew thinner then, the sea stayed wide and low. I learned how sound can leave a mark without demanding so. Your name was somewhere in the tune, not enough to call. Men like me just let it pass and listen through it all. That was a song beside winter waves, played lower than before. Not every feeling needs a voice or something to be for. That winter sat beside my breath and didn't ask me why. It let my heart grow slightly wet and didn't dry it out. If I had turned the volume up, I might have missed the sea. Some things are heard more clearly when they're barely meant to be. It was a song beside winter waves, and that was all it gave. A faint sensation passing through, like footprints the tide will save. That winter taught me how to hear what silence wants to say. It didn't take my heart away, it only made it stay. The song fades first, the waves go on. I keep listening, a little longer.
I sat where the sand felt colder than I expected it to be. Footprints stayed for a moment, then slowly disappeared from me. I didn't rush the tide away, I didn't call it back. Men like me don't chase what leaves, we watch the water act. Those were footprints on cold sand, gone before they stayed. Love felt real enough to end without a word to say. That winter didn't take from me, it only showed me how some things don't need to last too long to matter even now. The sea kept breathing on its own, I matched it breath by breath. I learned how quiet moments live, somewhere between and left. Your name rested on my tongue, then chose to fade away. Southern men don't force the past, we let it have its day. Those were footprints on cold sand, light enough to lose. I didn't need to follow them or ask where they would choose. That winter sat beside my coat and never asked me why. It let me stay a little while and watch the moments dry. If I had tried to hold the shape, it would have slipped my hand. Some loves are only meant to leave their outline in the sand. Those were footprints on cold sand, and that was more than enough. They didn't stay, but neither did the weight I used used to carry love. That winter taught me quietly what every season can, that even fading things can warm a patient kind of man. The tide comes in, the marks are gone, the sand is smooth. I stay a bit longer.
I zip my coat and face the wind. The
I stood where the water meets the land. One last time today. The sea looked just the way it did, and nothing asked me to stay. The radio was barely on, the sound grew thin and low. The Soundries men don't say goodbye, we simply let things go. The song stayed with the sea after I was done. Love didn't need to follow me, it knew where it belonged. That winter didn't hold my coat, it didn't slow my feet. It rested in the open air and learned how to be free. The sand was smooth where waves had been, no marks of where I stood. I learned how endings feel complete where nothing's understood. Your name felt lighter than before, like something set aside. Men like me don't close the door, we leave it open wide. The song stayed with the sea, and I walked on, not carrying the sound with me, but knowing it was gone. That winter wasn't heavy now, it didn't ask me why. It stayed behind the waterline and let my silence drive. If I tried to keep the tune, I'd lose the way it played. Some songs are only meant to live where they eventually fade. The song stayed with the sea, and that was right. Some hearts don't need another verse to know the song was kind. That winter gave me what it could, then quietly withdrew. It didn't follow where I went, it stayed and led me to. The tide moves out, the sound grows thin, the sea remains, I breathe it in.
Road curved away from the shore, the sound of water gone. I drove with the window halfway down, letting the cold move on. The sea stayed somewhere in my mirror, smaller than before. In the 80s, men don't carry much once they've closed the door. I was on a road where the waves can't be heard, and that felt almost kind. Love didn't follow the sound it made, it stayed back in my mind. That winter didn't ask me back, it knew I'd gone too far. Some things grow quiet naturally when you're already moving on. Streetlights came before the dark, not bright but clear enough. I learned how far a thought can go when silence isn't rough. Your name didn't reach the radio, it stayed behind the line. Men like me don't turn the dial, we let the moment slide. I was on a road where the waves can't be heard, the engine kept its pace. Love wasn't lost, it changed its form and left no empty space. That winter lived behind the glass, not close, not far, just gone. It taught me how to leave a place without carrying it on. If I had slowed to hear the sea, I'd miss the road ahead. Some answers come from distance first, not things we've already said. I was on a road where the waves can't be heard, and I was fine with that. Some hearts don't need to feel the past to know they've turned their back. That winter stayed along the coast, I kept the inland line. It didn't follow where I went, it stayed where it had time. The signal fades, the road stays wide. I keep my speed and let it slide.
I folded my sleeves a little high. The kettle started to sing. Outside the sea kept its own pace. Inside I did my own thing. Your name passed through my mind like something I'd already known. Southern bees, women don't wait for calls. We learn how to be at home. It was a name no one called that day, and that felt just fine. Love didn't knock, it didn't stay, it simply crossed my time. That winter didn't empty me, it filled the quiet space with small ordinary moments I learned how to embrace. I dried the cups, I set them down. The radio played low. The tide went out without a sound. I noticed, then let it go. Some feelings don't ask for words, they settle where they belong. Women like me don't chase the past, we let the day move on. It was a name no one called that day, no echo left behind. Love wasn't lost, it found a place outside of my design. That winter stayed inside my hands, not cold, not sharp, just near. It taught me how to live my days without waiting here. If I'd stopped to listen back, I'd miss the way things don't travel far. It was a name no one called that day, and I was still okay. Some hearts don't need to be reminded to know they're on their way. That winter wasn't lonely then, it never asked to be. It lived inside the quiet work that kept returning in me. The kettle clicks, the room stays warm, the sea goes on, I do as well.
The sea was low that afternoon. The rocks showed through the gray. I stood a little farther back and watched the water stay. I didn't step into the cold, I didn't turn away. In the 80s men observed before we choose to stay. The sea was low that day and so was I, not empty, just pulled back inside. Love didn't ask me what it meant or where it'd been. It rested somewhere out of sight and let the tide begin. Gulls moved slowly overhead like they had time to spare. I learned how far a thought can go when nothing's asked of it. Your name stayed distant from my mouth, it didn't need to rise. Men like me don't say too much, we read the moving lines. The sea was low that day and calm enough to show what's usually beneath. That winter didn't trouble me, it simply said some truths appear when waters leave. If I had walked a little closer, I might have crossed the line, but distance has a quiet way of teaching us with time. The sea was low that day and I could see how much I'd kept by letting be. That winter wasn't heavy here, it didn't stay. It passed like water drawn away. The tide returned, the rocks go still. I don't move closer, I never will.
The afternoon grew thinner, then light softened on the rail. I leaned back just enough to feel the wind without its edge. The sea was there, but not in view. I knew it all the same. In the 80s men learned well how not to call a name. It was a quiet afternoon, cooling down inside. Love didn't leave in any rush. It settled, then it dried. That winter wasn't asking me to stay or walk away. It simply let the hour pass and end the day its way. A distant bell, a passing car, the sound of normal life. I learned how peace can look like this when nothing needs a fight. Your name didn't cross my mouth, it didn't need to try. Men like me don't chase the thought, we let it drift nearby. It was a quiet afternoon with room enough to breathe. Love wasn't something I held tight, it was something I'd leave. That winter stayed behind my eyes, not cold, not far, just clear. It taught me how to stand still once and let the noise disappear. If I had turned to face the sea, I might have lost my ground. But sometimes calm is learned best with solid things around. It was a quiet afternoon, cooling down at last. Some hearts don't close when things are done, they only unclench the past. That winter didn't change my course, it didn't need to try. It left me with a quieter mind and time just passing by. The light goes pale, the rail stays cold. I breathe it in, then let it go.
The chair was warm from sitting still, the window fogged a bit. I watched the afternoon pass by and stayed inside of it. The sea was somewhere past the street I didn't need to see. In the 80s, women learn how calm can simply be. The winter sea doesn't ask where you've been or why. Love didn't need an answer now, it learned to pass me by. That winter didn't test my heart, trusted what it knew. Some feelings settle quietly when nothing's left to prove. A cup grew cold beside my hand, the radio stayed low. I learned how time can feel complete when it decides to slow. Your name didn't ask for space, it rested where it fell. Women like me don't chase the past, we learn to wish it well. The winter sea doesn't wait around. Love wasn't lost, it changed its shape and didn't make a sound. That winter lived inside my day, not sharp, not far, just clear. It showed me how to stay alone and not feel left here. If I had tried to name the calm, I'd lose what made it stay. Some things are felt most honestly when words are kept away. The winter sea doesn't ask, and neither do I now. Some hearts don't need a turning point, they need a steadier ground. That winter wasn't lonely then, it felt like knowing when to sit with what is left of love and let it simply end. The cup stays cold, the light stays pale, the sea remains. I do as well.
The shore was quiet when I arrived, no one waiting there. Just a radio left on low and salt in the air. My coat was heavy with the cold, but my hands felt fine. I didn't come here looking back, I just followed time. This was the first song by the winter sea. It didn't ask my name. Love felt smaller standing here, but somehow stayed the same. I didn't come to say goodbye, I didn't come to stay. I just stood still and let the waves take something soft away. Water moved the way it does, without a single thought. I learned how much a man can keep by letting things be lost. Your voice didn't follow me, it knew where not to go. Men like me don't chase the tide, we watch it coming slow. This was the first song by the winter sea, played lower than before. Not every love needs words to leave, or reasons anymore. That winter didn't hurt me here, it didn't try to stay. It only showed me how to stand and breathe another day. If I had stayed where memories live, I'd never hear this sound. Some songs are meant to meet you where the land runs out. This was the first song by the winter sea. That was all I knew, that silence can be warmer than the truth I had with you. I turned the dial, the song went on, the horizon stayed wide. stepped aside. The waves keep time, the song fades thin, the sea stays still, so do I.
Said nothing as I walked along the quiet shore. I didn't need them to explain what I'd been here for. The wind moved past my collarbone like it had somewhere else to be. In the 80s, men don't wait, we let things move naturally. The waves said nothing, so I listened anyway. Love didn't follow where I went, it stayed behind the day. I didn't call it loss or change, I didn't try to know. Some answers come from walking on and letting silence flow. Footprints faded in the sand before I looked around. I learned how easily the sea erases every sound. Your name crossed my memory, then gently stepped aside. Men like me don't hold the tide, we match it stride for stride. The waves said nothing, and that felt just enough. The past didn't pull me backward, it only loosened up. That winter wasn't heavy here, it didn't weigh me down. It simply walked beside my steps, then turned without a sound. If I had stopped to hear myself, I might have stayed too long. But motion teaches quite a truth than any written song. The waves said nothing, and I learned how to hear that some things don't return to you, they just grow calm and clear. That winter stayed along the shore, not asking me to choose. It showed me how to keep walking on with nothing left to lose. The tide moves out, the day stays wide. I keep my pace.
The shore felt wider than before, no voices left to hear. I wrapped my scarf a little tight and stayed a moment here. The waves didn't ask my name, they never had to try. Women like me don't ask the sea to tell us how or why this shore was empty, only wind, and that was just enough. Love didn't leave a heavy trace, it learned to travel light. But winter didn't break my heart, it only slowed my step. It let me breathe without a word and feel what quietly stayed. The sand was smooth beneath my shoes, no signs of where I'd been. Some days are meant to pass like this without a sound between. Your name crossed my memory, then softened as it went. Sovereignty's women learn to keep what time is never lent. This shore was empty, only wind, no promises to keep. Love wasn't something I held tight, it was a place to sleep. That winter stayed beside my coat, not cold, not warm, just near. It showed me how to stand alone and not be afraid here. If I had turned to look behind, I'd miss the way things are. Some feelings don't need answers, they don't wander far. This shore was empty, only wind, and I was glad it was. Some hearts grow strong by standing still and letting moments pass. That winter left no mark on me, it didn't need to try. It rested in my quiet breath, then gently walked me by. The wind moves on, the sea stays wide. I fold my scarf and take my time.
The tide came in without a sound, then waited just like me. I sat where hours slowed themselves near the edge of sea. I didn't count how long it took, I didn't check the sky. Suffering men don't hurry time, we let it pass us by. There was a time that stopped by the sea, and I stayed there a while. Love didn't ask me what it meant, it only learned to smile. But winter didn't pull me back, it didn't ask me to. It let me sit with what remained and see the day go through. A gull cried once above my head, then left the air alone. I learned how quiet feels complete when nothing needs a home. Your name felt distant in my chest, not gone, but resting still. Men like me don't force the past, we let it lose its will. There was a time that stopped by the sea, not broken, not delayed. Love wasn't something I held tight, it was something gently laid. That winter stayed beside my coat, like salt upon my skin. It didn't leave a scar behind,
it only settled in. If I had stood and walked away too soon to understand, I'd miss the way a moment lives when nothing's in your hands. There was a time that stopped by the sea, and then it moved along. Some hearts don't heal by closing doors, they heal by staying calm. That winter didn't end my days, it didn't need to try. It left me with a quieter heart and time just passing by. The tide goes out, the sand feels new. I rise slowly and let it too. I didn't play the record loud, just enough to hear. The waves kept time beside the sound, both steady, both unclear. My hands were warm inside my coat, the air was cold and clean. 70s men don't need much more than moments in between. That was a song beside winter waves, it didn't try to stay. Love didn't speak, it only moved in quieter ways. That winter didn't harden me, it softened what I knew. Like listening long enough to feel something come through. The melody grew thinner then, the sea stayed wide and low. I learned how sound can leave a mark without demanding so. Your name was somewhere in the tune, but not enough to call. Men like me just let it pass and listen through it all. That was a song beside winter waves, played lower than before. Not every feeling needs a voice or something to be for. That winter sat beside my breath and didn't ask me why. It let my heart grow slightly wet and didn't dry it out. If I had turned the volume up, I might have missed the sea. Some things are heard more clearly when they're barely meant to be. It was a song beside winter waves, and that was all it gave. A faint sensation passing through, like footprints the tide will save. That winter taught me how to hear what silence wants to say. It didn't take my heart away, it only made it stay. The song fades first, the waves go on. I keep listening, a little longer.
I sat where the sand felt colder than I expected it to be. Footprints stayed for a moment, then slowly disappeared from me. I didn't rush the tide away, I didn't call it back. Men like me don't chase what leaves, we watch the water act. Those were footprints on cold sand, gone before they stayed. Love felt real enough to end without a word to say. That winter didn't take from me, it only showed me how some things don't need to last too long to matter even now. The sea kept breathing on its own, I matched it breath by breath. I learned how quiet moments live, somewhere between and left. Your name rested on my tongue, then chose to fade away. Southern dismen don't force the past, we let it have its day. Those were footprints on cold sand, light enough to lose. I didn't need to follow them or ask where they would choose. That winter sat beside my coat and never asked me why. It let me stay a little while and watch the moments dry. If I had tried to hold the shade, it would have slipped my hand. Some loves are only meant to leave their outline in the sand. Those were footprints on cold sand, and that was more than enough. They didn't stay, but neither did the weight I used to carry love. That winter taught me quietly what every season can, that even fading things can warm a patient kind of man. The tide comes in, the marks are gone, the sand is smooth. I stay a bit longer.
I zip my coat and face the wind. The shore
I stood where the water meets the land. One last time today. The sea looked just the way it did, and nothing asked me to stay. The radio was barely on, the sound grew thin and low. The Soundries men don't say goodbye, we simply let things go. The song stayed with the sea after I was done. Love didn't need to follow me, it knew where it belonged. That winter didn't hold my coat, it didn't slow my feet. It rested in the open air and learned how to be free. The sand was smooth where waves had been, no marks of where I stood. I learned how endings feel complete, where nothing's understood. Your name felt lighter than before, like something set aside. Men like me don't close the door, we leave it open wide. The song stayed with the sea, and I walked on, not carrying the sound with me, but knowing it was gone. That winter wasn't heavy now, it didn't ask me why. It stayed behind the waterline and let my silence drive. If I tried to keep the tune, I'd lose the way it played. Some songs are only meant to live where they eventually fade. The song stayed with the sea, and that was right. Some hearts don't need another verse to know the song was kind. That winter gave me what it could, then quietly withdrew. It didn't follow where I went, it stayed and led me to. The tide moves out, the sound grows thin, the sea remains, I breathe it in.